Hiya! Welcome! I've got an unboxing to do today for an eBay purchase that I've made, and here it is. And this is unlike anything else that I've unboxed on this channel before. This cost me £46, and the reason that I'm unboxing this, a relatively small item, sat down in this position, is because I want to use my table during this video to actually demonstrate this product to you. I am massively excited to be able to unbox and demonstrate this. So without further ado, I have my trusty yellow knife. I have my box with my item in it. So let us get on and open it. Hallelujah, hallelujah, not here to fool ya. Just give a little bit of that. Hallelujah, hallelujah. From Sean William Ryder. He'll lie down beside you, fill you full of junk. Alright, and now, let us have a sizzle. Woo! I want to get this open pretty promptly, as the actual demonstration, the review part, is going to be the interesting bit. This is technically a second-hand item. Brand new. This is available at Argos and a couple of other sites, Amazon as well, I think. This particular version that I've got is $59.99 brand new. I thought, yeah, I want it, and I nearly paid for a brand new one, but then when I saw that I could bid on an auction on eBay and get this with some money off, I thought yes. And I won this auction for 47, did I say £46 earlier? I think it was 47 actually. Free postage as well, by the way. Oh, lovely. So what I've got here is an Evercade. Oh yes. This is the Evercade mini games console, retro games console, you could say. This is the first games console that I've bought in quite some years. I do have an Xbox One S, although I don't play a lot of games on it. This is just something that I've seen reviewed in a couple of YouTube videos and I've read a little bit about, and I really wanted to get one for myself and try it out, and then to demonstrate it to you and let you know, is it any good? It's quite unusual in that it's a cartridge-based system, and I think the only games console that technically uses cartridges still is the Nintendo Switch now. Although, for me, I think they're classed as cartridges, but for me they just look more sort of like modified memory cards. Whereas these, what come with this, are like actual proper cartridges. Here's a good look at the box. I mean, there's plenty of artwork online. I'll try and put some specs up for this as well. But this is a starter pack that is $59.99, brand new. There's also a premium pack that comes with a couple of extra cartridges, and that is $79.99 generally from Amazon, Argos, and one or two other places. The names escape me now, but you can visit Evercade's website and find who's stocking it at the moment. So I can't wait to get into this. Officially licensed, I suppose technically it's still emulation on the cartridges, on the games. It's apparently spot on emulation. It just feels like you're playing something from 30 years ago without any glitches or lag or anything. This starter pack, it comes with a console, which I'm hoping will be charged at least a little bit, so that I can demonstrate it right out of the box, and one of the cartridges, which will be the Namco Museum Collection 1, I believe, and it advertises a few of the other cartridges that you can get. There's a lot available for this already, and there's more coming out. The people behind this, who are Blaze Entertainment, they're really going gung-ho with a lot of releases for this, and they're all official. You know, there's no sort of illegal or semi-legal kind of installation of emulation and ROMs and stuff, so marvellous. It lists the games that come with this Namco cartridge on the back, but we'll have a closer look at them in a moment when I get this out of the box. It's nearly sliding out of its outer box here. So there we are, there's the actual box itself, ready to play again. I'm not a big gamer, but I did used to play a lot of computer games. I was a C64 guy as a kid. I think a lot of the games... Oh, that's lovely. A lot of the games that are on these cartridges that are coming out for Evercade, a lot of them are NES based, I believe. Maybe some other formats in there. I'm no expert, so I can't really say for certain, at least not until I've had a good go with it. But I know what you want to see. You want to see the actual console itself. And here it is. Oh, and the seller has left the cartridge in, which is fair enough, but I'll just take that out as well so I can show you. So that is the game cartridge. That takes me right back, just actually having these sort of slightly chunky cartridges to put into games machines. That's the games cartridge that I get with this. And then the machine itself, really nice, sleek looking. I like this kind of 1980s red border type thing that's going on. The screen, although it looks kind of 16:9 widescreen, it'll be 4:3 ratio, will be your default setting to play games. You can stretch the screen out to 16:9 while you're playing if you want, but it doesn't look right. D-pad feels nice, feels good. I like the design on these buttons. A really nice little system, this. Yeah, I've got a quick start guide. I don't think we need that. This will be the USB to micro USB lead to charge it. It doesn't come with a plug adapter, but any mobile phone USB plug adapter will be fine. And here's the box for the cartridge. A bit smaller than I expected actually, the box, but I like it nonetheless. Just feels nice quality. Little booklet here, which is a proper instruction booklet as well. It gives you, you know, your basic get up and going on all these games that you've got included on this cartridge. And by the way, how many games are included on this cartridge? It is 11 games are on this. But like I said, they've brought out a lot of cartridges already. There's another Namco one, there's a couple of Atari ones. There's some other games publishers who I'm not quite so familiar with. They're bringing out 2 Atari Lynx cartridges, and they're bringing out a Codemasters Oliver Twins cartridge next month, which does tempt me a lot because that features a lot of the Dizzy games, and I used to love Dizzy on the C64 back when I was a kid. So nice little booklet there. Really like this. You're owning these classic games physically again after all this time, rather than just being like a file somewhere or being streamed or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll put the cartridge back. Quite a snug fit this. I'll put the cartridge in the console and get finger marks all over the screen, and then I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna adjust my camera and everything, and we'll go through the very first time that I'm switching it on and using it together. So bear with me. So we're here and we're about ready to go with the Evercade, and I can show you some of these buttons and stuff in a bit more detail now. Hopefully I'll be able to film this pretty well. Any of you remember my mini disc player unboxing from a few months ago? I don't find these kind of videos the easiest to film, but as you can see, here's all your front stuff, your menu button there. Like I say, a nice D-pad. Nice A, B, X and Y buttons there. Select button, start button. We've got 2 speakers there. On top, that'll be the on-off switch. That's the mini HDMI to full HDMI slot. It doesn't come with the HDMI cable, but if you want to connect this to the TV and then use this as a controller while you're playing the game on a full-size TV screen, that's how you do it. Volume control there. Headphone port there, and there is your micro USB slot for charging. There is a micro to full USB cable included. Right, without further ado, let's switch it on. Hopefully it'll come on, and hopefully there's plenty of charge. There we are. That looks promising. Well, it's quite a scratchy sample. I don't know how well that'll come across on camera, but Very retro in a way. Oh, full charge, look. So thank you to the seller. So I don't know if it always starts on this screen with this cartridge, but we'll go through the games. 16-bit version of Battle Cars from 1993. Don't forget, all these will be original Namco games, given that this is the Namco Collection cartridge. Then we go to Dig Dug from 85. That's an 8-bit maze game. Galaxian 1984, 8-bit space shooter. Libble Rabble 1994, 8-bit action puzzler. Seems quite late on for an 8-bit game, that, but there we are. I'm assuming that's an NES port. Mappy from 1984. That's an 8-bit platformer. Mappy Kids from 89. Ditto. Metal Marines from 93. 16-bit strategy. Pac-Man, the classic there. 8-bit maze. What's it say? Japan 1984. USA 1993. Wow, that's a big gap. So this version released 9 years after the Japanese version. That doesn't sound right to me, but well, whatever. They know better than I do, certainly. Quad Challenge in 1991 was a 16-bit racing game. Starluster, 8-bit space simulator. Xevious is an 8-bit shooter. And we're back to the beginning. Battle Cars from 93. So you're going to want to know how this plays. I want to know how this plays. I've got to go with Pac-Man, really. I mean, mainly because it's the only game on here that I've actually had experience of playing. I'm looking forward to trying all of these. I do like a good racing game as well, so I'll definitely be trying Battle Cars. What's happened there? That's just the screen turns itself off after a while to conserve battery and screen burn and stuff like that, which is a good idea, really. You know, if you're just sitting around and you forget about it and you've not turned it off, then that'll obviously conserve things. Yeah, let's do Pac-Man, shall we? And I'll apologise in advance if I'm totally rubbish at it. So, do we press start? Yep, we do. This is only a one-player thing, obviously, so now, this is the thing about Pac-Man. It's a bit of a funny game to kind of demonstrate because you don't really use any other buttons apart from the D-pad, do you? I'm not going to need any of those buttons there. So I'm playing it in a funny angle as well, don't forget. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Sorry, I'm looking at the Evercade screen rather than my my phone screen, and I'm going out of shot a bit here, so I do apologise. Like I say, I'm totally a noob when it comes to recording stuff like this. With this being a device that does plug into your television, I suppose if any of you got this and you wanted to capture the games on a capture card, you could certainly do that. I mean, I'm not set up to do anything like that. I suppose if I was more of a gaming channel, then I would have looked into that a long time ago. But yeah, this is perhaps not the best game to demonstrate, although everyone knows Pac-Man, obviously. Because I don't need to use any of these buttons here or anything. I'm just using the D-pad. That's all you do for Pac-Man, isn't it? I think. I don't know if there's any later Pac-Man variants where you have to use other buttons for certain things. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, there we are. I've ran out of lives there. So there is save states. Now then, I've not looked at the manual, so I'm just going to be sort of guessing here, but no, that selects between 1 and 2 players, but you can't actually play 2 players. I could do with getting onto a game where it shows the how to save. Oh, there we are, the menu button does. So here, unlike how it was back in the day for things like your Nintendo NES and your Commodore 64, you've got all these save slots here, and there's loads of them from what I remember. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be scrolling through them all. So we're getting up to, you can see we're pushing 40 here, pushing 50 now. Yeah, there's just almost unlimited save slots, and that's for every game as well. Settings, as I say, it's normal 4:3 ratio or full screen. Don't know why it's not confirming there, but or whether I need to just go back. Yeah, see, stretch to 16:9, it just doesn't look right. Kind of looks a bit crap, really. Let me sort that out again. There we are. So yeah, the menu is, I've seen better, but I've seen worse as well. So that'll be something to get used to, and that's just for one game. Don't forget. Right, let me just have a little go on battle cars, and then see if I can save my progress at any point. And then after that, I'll do the wrap up and let you know what I think of this. Sorry for all the reflection and stuff, by the way. So yeah, just go for one player. I've never played this before in my life, so I'm just going to select. I don't know what I'm doing. B's accelerate, I think. Seems to be, anyway. Sorry, I'm there again. I should be looking more at my phone screen. So, as you can see, I'm pretty hopeless at this sort of thing. But I did overtake someone there, though. So that's 30 seconds apparently. So this is a lot of fun. Right, so right, I'm going to try and save this progress now. So whether did that save? Look, yeah, it looks like it did. It seems to be repeating the same. Oh, look at that! It just fired something. It seems to be repeating the same same scene. Yeah, great stuff. There we are. So that is the Evercade in a nutshell. I'm going to set back up as I did at the start of the video, and then I'll talk a bit about my thoughts on this little device. So that was the Evercade. My initial impressions, love it. Think it's a really nifty little thing. Apparently the battery life is around 4 hours or so, give or take, which I don't think is too bad. Most of these games, with the exception of Pac-Man, I've never played before. There is other games that are either out already or coming out that I am more familiar with, and I would like to get some more cartridges. But I just love the fact that they're on a physical format, these games. They're on a cartridge. Everything feels like it should. It feels like you're playing something that's kind of from 30, 35 years ago, albeit in a more updated and handheld manner. The design of this is beautiful. I think they've absolutely nailed it spot on. One of the complaints people were making about Evercade, and this isn't something that affects me really, is that there's no arcade game ports for this. They're all ports from home systems like the NES. For me, it doesn't matter, because if I've not played the game on the NES or the C64 or the Mega Drive or whatever port it is, I won't have played it on the arcade anyway. And I think things like Pac-Man, you know, they're going to be much of a muchness no matter what port it is. So certain games it's not going to matter. So that's really one for the really hardcore retro game nerds. I'm certainly more the casual end. This is just something, A, I thought to make an interesting video, and B, when I saw a couple of reviews of this on YouTube, I just thought that looks like fun. I'd like to have that, and it'd be something for me to just pick up and play every so often. So my initial impressions of this are fantastic. Obviously, I'm going to play it properly, test it out properly, get used to the menu system for the save slots and loading saves and things like that. But it's a bare bones menu, but it doesn't need to be complicated. I don't think I'll ever bother with the HDMI out, where I can connect it up to my TV. This screen on here, it's a good quality screen. Obviously it's not touch screen. All your controls are done by the buttons and by the D-pad. The volume sounded fine at the level that it was at out of the box. I really like this. So like I say, you can find second-hand deals on eBay. Apparently this one had only ever been played with once, and the seller didn't like it and decided to sell it. So if I'd bought this pack, this starter pack, with the Namco Collection 1 cartridge, brand new, it would have been £60. There's a premium pack with 2 other cartridges, an Atari one and an Interplay one, I think, for £80 or $79.99, brand new. You can either buy these things brand new from Evercade's approved retailers, or you can have a look on eBay and see if you can get yourself some money off from a second-hand model like I did. But really happy with it. I like the box, that's really nice, lovely design. Obviously the console's the main thing. I think if you're just sort of into retro gaming, even on a sort of very casual level, which I am, I'm not a big gamer, certainly not modern games. I just wanted something that kind of reminded me a little bit of my childhood, you know, reminded me of my C64 days, even though I don't think any of these games ever came out on the C64. I didn't have any of them apart from unofficial versions of Pac-Man anyway. I think a good price for what it is, you know, for me, under £50 for this and a cartridge. I'll certainly be getting more cartridges for this. Like I say, the Oliver Twins Codemasters cartridge, which is coming out in just a few weeks' time, I believe. That one is really high up on my wish list. And maybe I'll try and pick up some of the other cartridges as well, even though they've got games on that I've never played before, but they might end up being games that I love. So I might just sort of have a bit of a punt there and just treat myself to a few other random game collections here from Evercade and see what happens. But that's going to be it. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's quite a long one with an unboxing and then a demonstration. Hopefully I've filmed this okay and I've not gone out of shot too much. I did get distracted really. But thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. And of course all of my wonderful patrons. I'm going to go now, and yes, you guessed it, I'm just going to play some more Evercade because I've got 11 games on here to explore, and then I will probably do some shopping and buy some more Evercade carts very soon. And I do hope you join me next time for my next unboxing video. Cheers everyone. See ya!